What's up, guys? Got the webcam back. Still need a haircut. Still need a little better lighting, but how y'all doing on this beautiful Friday? 9/9. What's up, 5-star? It started early. We got a good crew in here pretty early today. Let me see how delayed we are. We're like 10 seconds delay. Probably stick around and do some live trading today. What's up, Rowdy? Checking out. I'm just looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's doing the double bottom. Up. I just noticed it was up good 8.5%, catching this little demand we had before our push up where we started our flag, came down, tapped it, and pushed up. So catch a little double bottom on that one. I mean, worm. I don't know what worm means. I used to have I always have my webcam up. I just switched software a little bit, so everything was like different. But let's go ahead and get the party started. So hopefully you guys swung SPY calls with me overnight. Doing pretty well. Even though this is not the true December. So this is the true price right here, December. Let's see what it is on the day. Up 0.72%. So it's only up 0.72%, which is still pretty good for So Roddy, the price was due to contracts being rolled, which I don't 100% completely understand, so I can't explain it 100%. But the price now on TradingView is December contracts. So you have December contracts here. This is why I have this one up, which has none of my charting, which is the price of this right now is 40.50, and you can tell ES is showing 40.50. So ES rolled, the TradingView, they're showing prices on December contracts. Previously, they're showing prices on September contracts. So that's why you have that gap up. Why ES well, it doesn't show here, but September, I'll show you after this. September is showing 40.34. December is showing 40.51. I don't know why that is. I don't know why. It's kind of seems stupid. For how much money's traded through ES, like to have two different prices, kind of makes no sense. But if you look back at ES, you have that huge gap. So basically, this huge gap's not there. Just pretend it's kind of not there. Because then you have this one, which is just, September pricing over here. They flipped it to December pricing. That's why, I noticed it just because trading futures, doing NASDAQ, 12.5, the difference between NASDAQs were really hard to alert. You have 12.4 like this. Yeah, September over here. And then December over here. So you have 12,444, and then this one's 12,519. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to battle that, because if you look at, ES here, we actually hit 1 hour here, but if you look at the other one, that shouldn't match up to that. Yes. December. Yeah, see how far they were up? This looks way different. Wait, there we go. So December, technically is right here. But also look, you have a gap down too. Oh no, we have a gap down here too. So it's gonna be a little challenging with my supply. What's up, Brad? My supply and demand, just because that gap. Oh, why they do that? I gotta figure out why they actually. Why they actually did that. So let's go ahead and try away. A lot of people are like, "Oh, gap up, we're up." NQ's flying, but not. I mean, NQ's flying now, but just see what we got going on. We broke this. Erase some of this down here. Chart up. I know where those are. Gold. Can't just look at GOLD, right? You see Bitcoin, Brad? Bitcoin's up 8%. You have gold here. Oh yeah. Yeah, same chart. Bitcoin popped. The Bank of England's not raising rates. They're delaying that due to the Queen dying. Rest in peace. Not sure. I think England closed probably, but not all of DXY. DXY actually hit my daily demand. Popped up. So let's see. So Brad, you distracted me. Okay, let's get go through. Let's go first. Economic calendar. Wholesale inventories. Evans talks at 10. Pretty much it. A lot of Queen stuff's probably going to need to be talked. Do I play Bitcoin futures at all? I do not. Can't trade them on Ninja, but I just like to look at it as overall market sentiment. I used to play a lot of crypto, but fortunately crypto's 24/7, and I have a very, very addictive personality, so I didn't get a lot of sleep. Got to calm that down. So yesterday, pretty solid day. None of my options, but futures was pretty good. Have yesterday we just had another strong sold off into open. Yesterday's the 8th, yeah. So we've been open. Another strong push. We finally hit this. It looks ugly on a smaller time frame. Turn view up. Turn view up off. The chart's clean. We finally hit this This looks better on the 1 hour, but I'm not gonna change. But yesterday we hit. Now look at this sell-off. This is a super strong sell-off, guys. And then we did break that low. This low right here. New lower low here makes this one a little strong. So the hour was down here. As soon as we hit that hour, we sold off. And with see, we had that kind of like that. This is something you got to look at. These kind of like triple tops, not triple tops. You can tell we were making just higher highs, higher high, higher high, higher high, and then look, we were able to create a higher high here, and we had a decent, strong sell off there. Volume came in. Yeah, volume was pretty higher than normal. You saw they tried bringing it up. Right here, they bought up on low volume, so that's when that sell came in. There's that huge volume sell off. So you could tell once we weren't able to create a new high, sellers started to come in. And the main thing is when momentum shifts, it's like in a football game, you'll see these drastic moves. Like eventually, the momentum shift, buyers got a little exhausted. You could tell sellers kind of started coming in. Once sellers knew they could take over, they took it over pretty strong. Then pretty much we just and pretty much we just bounce from kind of a lower time frame demand. We have our 9 o'clock push, super strong candle, big golfing candle. Your demand down there. You're gonna risk low of day. Pretty nice move. I went short with my 50% rule right here. Got short. They bought it back up to 50%, kind of sold it off again. Eventually broke through. So, I caught a good average out. And I think the rest stopped out break even. Can't remember because the pricing was all different on futures because of rolling over the contract. So it was very confusing. I got my news. Whenever I look this way, my news is over there. And your guys' chat. Your guys' chat is also up here too. But my news, my tweet deck is over here, my Twitter. I'm usually always trying to look at news as we go. So that was pretty much yesterday. UVXY. Let's see what it's doing. Below this zone. Okay. VIX. This is what I was kind of waiting for yesterday on VIX, which was actually pretty interesting. We had there's our 2 hour demand. We had one here, one there. And we actually caught a little, that was, I think, our pullback yesterday. No, it wasn't our pullback, it was back here. End of day. Yeah, but we are going through that. As VIX is still dropping, I thought VIX would just continue to go up. So we have right now we have this on VIX, our initial push up, and then this downtrend above 28. We get the 30 pretty quick. Let's see how this day goes. SPY. No, I was looking at SPY. We have kind of this triple top 1, 1, 2. Got a strong sell from there. But there's our 3. I thought we would reject this, but we are gapping up over it. So, you know, one thing with SPY, you want to see possibly a little sell off into this zone. 401 continue up. I don't think we get past this 402. This is a 2.6 billion worth of dark pool that happened on 830, which was right here, which caused basically all this was caused just, you know, that was probably a sell, obviously. I'm surprised we actually are gapping up over it. QQQ. QQ. All right, I'll look at SPY. Gold or oil. I actually wanted to swing oil. Oil basically bouncing from the bottom of this demand with a strong push up, came back down, touched it, and then it was just gone from there. We were bouncing from that demand. Definitely watching kind of this area where we have support. Are we going to come back up in here and become resistance? We do have 2 days of wick action. I don't know what this happened here. Crazy up wicks where sellers kept pushing it down, and eventually we got this little sell. So definitely watching that on oil. Dollar index hit my demand right here, pushed up, came back down right there. Ethereum already hit the supply, was causing this sell off right here. So from the supply, Ethereum 1166. And also, RJ, I like the chart Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's good charting practice, you know, because it stays open 24/7, kind of respects TA a little bit, respects fibs. And it's always good charting practice. It's another chart that's 24/7. You know, might as well chart it up. You know, you don't have to trade every chart you chart. You know, and chart up. Apple. We had a beautiful, beautiful green exit. Could have been exit on Apple. Fortunately, missed it. Watching everything else. So you're gonna be down a little bit on Apple. We still got till next till next Friday on it. I might take one more. Yeah, Ethereum's got a merge coming or something coming. But I DCA'd. See, the reason I like to chart Ethereum is I dollar cost averaged into Ethereum down here on June 18th on the low. I think I sold right here. So let's just say I started here, sold there. Fortunately, I DCA'd, so made a good, still made a good like 26% overall. Just putting in a little bit. But let's see what our fibs are on this. 50 is going to be 4,100. So, two good traders I follow. Think we are going to either we're in one last poll. So this is what these two traders that were either beginning our pullback into one huge leg up into a big sell. This is both these really good traders that I follow. This is what they're both thinking. So I'm kind of, it makes sense that we have a nice strong push up. This might have been our pullback yesterday, but the pullback should reach a little lower. So possibly looking kind of overall this, no time frame, but like an ABC. Let's go SPY, because SPY will be, we had our nice strong push up, our pullback, strong push up, and then we're gonna have a big sell. Definitely looking forward to that. Yeah, but it seems like and the same thing, guys. Like when everyone's going bearish, everyone's going bearish. Everyone went bearish going into this week. SPY flow was 96% bearish. Okay, doesn't that seem too good to be true? That's when you kind of want to flip bullish. So it makes sense, and that's what happened. We went bullish. Hedges just had to cover because we had one little push up. Everyone and their mother was bearish. So once we had a little push up, they had to start covering pretty quick. Let's go ahead and rock it out. AMD. We have 90 calls for next Friday. Still got time on it. Starting to come back to life. Definitely watching for able to hold this zone right here. Support became resistance, we broke above. Played both sides. Shorts were I mean, people who went long made money, right? We've been up this week. The problem well, futures is easier, but with options, the people who chase on options, printed, and it's hard for me to chase. So why not? AMD catching, AMD actually hit a 2-day demand, 3-day demand. Tap that 3-day demand. We had this one down here. It's pretty big, but AMD just had to come down a little bit more. Looks like it's catching some bids, helping with NVIDIA. NVIDIA a little sluggish, but NVIDIA definitely holding down here. Last week's lows, this week's just a little bit above it, but looks pretty solid. We do have this gap fill up here, so a lot of dark pools started coming in towards the bottom. So NVIDIA looks like this is a good solid base right here. So definitely watch them move up. I caught a little move up to the upside, but it's still hard for me to go crazy longs. Swings, I would, sell it open or keep moving your stop loss at open. That's what I'm going to do with SPY today. I'm going to sell one right at open and then start moving the stop loss up. But the full position into anything right now is tough either way. If you just look at ES, I'm all over the place today, guys. Sorry. You just look at ES, we're kind of, this range right here, finally breaking up a little bit. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is like the 9th day. I'm doing 3 contracts for the whole of September. That's all I'm doing. That's my little rule going into September. I'm just going to do 3 contracts max. If it's more of a scalp, I'll go a little higher. If I know it's like a little scalp, a little higher, 3 contracts, average out one, I scale one out and we go down just like Tesla. I bought one back in. But I'm still, max of 3. Um, that's all I want to do with options this month. Because September, 3 years ago, I had like my worst September ever. It was very, very bad. And it's my birthday month, so I don't really want to jinx anything. Amazon, kind of in this triangle. We are breaking out. So Amazon definitely caught some nice. I was showing this on my one-on-one yesterday. We, yesterday created a lot of demands because we had our push down and then our, not yesterday, the day before yesterday, push up because we had a nice green candle. So a lot of tickers created demands yesterday. So with that, what you want to do is wait for price to get back into that demand. Amazon basically, perfectly did it, double tapped it, pushed up, came down. Could have caught 2 entries on Amazon. Same with Google. But Google right here. Nice doji, kind of not a doji, but nice base candle. Upper bottom, this is a lot of consolidation. Buyers and sellers agreed. You can tell buyers came in. And then the next day, what it do? It came right back in here, the daily demand, and had a nice push up. So that's a decent entry. You're up 3%. Those are plays I like to see. Those kind of continuation plays. You'll see them a lot. I can find a few. Not here, but definitely on lower time frame. You'll see them on Yes and Spy. Meta seems like wanted to respect this bottom path, so we're continuing up. We had the supply at like 169, but we've been touched once, we've been touched twice, so possibly we could break through the supply and head up to this kind of this doji up here that we gap down on. But also Meta look like not really much. Um and grab more spoons. When I'm done, yeah. Yeah, my son's out of spoons. He only has one kind of spoon he likes. It all depends on BK. I like, I don't really stay in my position long. Obviously, you can tell if you look at my win loss, my trading long, I don't get many 100%, but I basically win every trade. So for me, I'm taking profit away just to be more consistent. So I just look to average out as you're going up. Take your 15%, take one off, 30%, take one off, 50% sell. There's no real rhyme or reason or when I sell. You can tell when some things are hitting, VWAP. Sometimes I hit, if we do short, if we do go long up here, you could tell I would have taken most out at VWAP, which we did have that pullback, and kind of leave one runner and see if we can continue up. And I'd be like, right here, I'd be like, if we get a new high, I'd still hold. If we reject, if we do not get a new high, I'm probably going to sell. Start seeing a lower root of reversal, and we start to see like a little reversal, couldn't create another high, so our trend is starting to go down. That's where I sold the last one. You scale in case of a pullback. Yeah. The main thing with scaling is, for me, is you want to, a couple months ago, I used to love to scale out where your last contract you have is on all profit. So if you have, do I still have that? Oh, let me look. So I used to have this. You buy 5 contracts, you sell one at 10%, you sell 2 at 25%, you sell 1 at 50%. That means your last one is all profit. You basically put it at like minus 20% stop loss and just let it ride. You don't have to really watch it. But with the market being just in a range going back and forth, kind of just need to take your profits and go and then re-enter. Especially with futures, right? Playing futures, you'll know, like, take your profits, re-enter. Take your profits, re-enter. No stop loss. I do have stop losses. They're mostly based on levels and contract. Like Apple, probably would have hit a couple people's stop losses if like 20%. We're probably gonna hold. We're probably gonna be down over probably 50% on these. Still have a week, but my ultimate stop loss would probably be like right here. If we break above like 157, I'll possibly get out. Because then after that, we're heading up to here. You can tell 157, we're heading up to 159. So there's really no point of holding it for that sell. You just get out. But Apple was longer, so you have more time. But stop losses are based on your portfolio. Okay, if you have a small portfolio, you have to stick to a stop loss. You can't let a play go against you. I always say don't let a play go against you more than 2 times, or 2 times the price goes against you. Like AMD, I don't know why I'm holding AMD. This thing went against me 3 times and I'm still holding, just because I have time on it. And the risk to reward right now is just better to hold. Just because I'm down so bad, there's really no point in selling. I'd rather hold and reward better. But yeah, base it on yours. An average down. Sometimes I do take average down, but like Apple, we should have really taken an average down. My average down took Apple here. Apple's actually opening up in a supply. Took Apple here. My average down that day when we took these Apple for next week puts was going to be a break of this trend line. That's where it was going to average down. We never hit it. But, the next day, your best average down would have been the break of this flag. The average down here, we would have been definitely way in green there. So what I always tell people, what I always tell people is don't average down a play that keeps going up. There's no point. You gotta wait for the change. And definitely with Apple, I just missed it. I was playing futures. I just missed this support, 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 support. We finally broke below. It was been really good profit here. We came actually up, touched it. I was doing a one-on-one. I told him this is a good short right here, quick little short. See if it's going to hold as resistance. Got a little 0.5% move, but now we're back above this. But I think averaging down is just a bad habit for a lot of people, especially analysts, because they want the play to turn green. Microsoft. As most of SPY and ES is actually hitting the zone, Microsoft's a little weak. Microsoft actually has not hit this zone here. So I'm watching Microsoft hit at 263, 264 area sell-off, because look, we had this strong sell-off here, strong sell-off here. We break above, start squeezing because we have resistance, possible another resistance. So definitely watching that area. We have 500 million on 830 here, which was the sell. They sold it here. Crazy. Sold there, caused the price to come down. Market popped it up, and then the big sell came. If you guys are watching, definitely hit that like button, subscribe. Appreciate it. I haven't got a new subscriber in a bit. Have anyone today? No one today. I don't know if that works on there. NVIDIA seems to be a pretty solid swing. I don't really want to chase it. Just have this right here. Support, turned resistance. Resistance here, broke above. So maybe possibly come back down, test as support, continue up to that gap. And then we have a supply above it. I notice a lot of people, but I mean, just look at this NVIDIA basing. Didn't want to make another leg down. A lot of dark pool did come in at this down every time we came down here. So it was actually a good swing for a lot of people. Keeping last week's lows right here. So that's definitely a big watch, that area. That's how we 1 bounce, 2 bounces, 3 bounces. So they're buying right here. So if we're able to break below, I mean, the sell's going to come pretty bad. And then Tesla, I need to take off my watch list because I hate Tesla. Because we nailed it. I absolutely nailed it and sold way too quick. I just sold because it was just not working right. But we had this 280 area, which we had support. We broke below. And then we're just creating resistances. But this day, we just hung out there. We didn't really reject strong. Had a nice downtrend break that caused buyers to actually come in. Right here, with a nice strong candle, as you can tell, buyers actually finally came in here. Then we just hung around there, and that's what I was looking for, at 280 break. I think I sold right here, right as soon as I got profit. But beautiful 280 popped up. And then a beautiful bounce off 280, and then a continuation up. And then we're still even going up. So that was a big ball drop for me. So when you break through supply zones, do they turn into demand? Or is that a zone, a longer thing? We'll go to NVIDIA because NVIDIA can show it. Nvidia kind of lower. You know, this green box. We have this doji. Just take it off. This doji, pretty strong push up. So you have your push down. Oh, there is a bug on. I swear I saw a bug on my mic earlier. So you have a strong push down. Your base, because it's a doji, it's a basing candle. A doji is a basing candle. Strong push up. So this becomes our demand. We come back down. We touch it here. We bounce. For me, that demand is no longer valid. We could still catch bounces. Obviously, we caught another bounce and we caught another bounce and continued up. But for me, as a supply, as supply and demand, it's no longer supply and demand. It's, for me, it becomes a support. And that's why I turn it green. My green boxes are support resistances. So, for me, actually, we bounced. For me, actually, we should have broken through. Because look at our bounces. Our bounces are getting weaker. They're getting weaker. So every bounce we hit from the zone, we got weaker and weaker. And then just yesterday, our bounce was super strong. Just like shop. This zone, a lot of people call it a demand zone. I'm not calling it. This is just a support, little support zone where we bounce. But you gotta remember when we reject. Look, we broke below. When we reject supply, see the same thing happened with shop. Look at that. That was a key. So that was our pull. That was probably our pullback yesterday. So you have a strong sell-off. Then you have our, on the 7th, 2 days ago, strong push up. You're looking for a stock to come back down in here and then continue up. So you're looking for a big miss by me. Strong push up, you pull back, and then you're up. But Tubbs, I only like fresh supply and demand. Because you look at ES. Like this one was our first supply. We came up, rejected it. This became a supply. We rejected, but then now this one is our supply. We're still creating new supply every time. You tell, look, we rejected it here. And then what did we do? We broke through it. So if you're taking puts every time we break through it, you're kind of screwed. So that's why you got to kind of be careful, a second time you hit it. You just want to see fresh ones. You'll see them. They're everywhere. You'll see those. That's why I don't have many alerts, but most of my alerts are wins. So with supply and demand, it's a lot. It's a waiting game, but your plays are higher conviction. Go in heavier. You could, take profits quicker. My buddies that I follow, he's 13 for 14. He pretty much does the same exact thing as I do. Supply and demand. He's 13 for 14 this week. I'm way less just because I've been taking on a lot of futures. Just enjoying futures a lot more. But but we're always there. I mean, you look at your daily demands, the daily sell-offs, to the upside. This one's a fresh one, and then we have this one as a fresh one. So if we do head higher, we still have these big zones that we could possibly, reject. We could reject up here, 4150. We could possibly finally gap fill it, but then we're going to reject 4279. I can almost guarantee we're going to reject these. Unless no, I wouldn't I wouldn't say it's a support, because if the supply zone is right here well, we'll just say this demand. So we have a demand here. We have a strong push up, okay? So there's our second. We came back into it. We touched it. We pushed up pretty strong. That could have been another one. We broke through it. I'm not going to be like, okay, now is it a resistance? No, because what we're looking at before is where buyers came in. Buyers came in here. So technically, if you're saying this is a resistance where buyers came in, that really doesn't make any sense. No, a resistance is where sellers are, not where buyers are. So I just take it off. But obviously right here, what do we see here? We see a nice little, I'm just trying to draw, a nice little diagonal support. Like a little nice little diagonal support box. I can't draw boxes. Tell support here, support here. We came down, hit support, kind of inverted head and shoulders, or head and shoulders. We broke below. But yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, once they're hit, they're hit. This one obviously was hit once. The concept behind supply and demand is you have supply here where sellers came in really strong. Look at sellers came in super, super strong. Okay. The concept behind it is not all sellers got filled. It was not enough liquidity. So there's still sell orders up here. Big guys, they don't just, oh, we didn't get, we didn't get filled, so we're just going to delete our order. No, they just keep it up because they're selling at this price no matter what. They sell at a certain price and whatnot. We could have sellers, we could have a sell order at 41.50 right now for like crazy big amount, just sitting here, just waiting for price to hit the 41.50. They're going to sell it, take their money just because they have so much money, because it's all the bank's money. But we sold off really strong there. Look, we came up, we touched it there. Sell orders were either filled or they sold at 40.10 again. So the concept behind is these sell orders were already filled. So we take it off. But tell this area, what do we have at this area? We have support, resistance, another resistance here. Now we're watching this area become support. And this is why we're squeezing. This is our overnight squeeze. I hate overnight squeeze. So, the main thing, if we do sell off, definitely watching this area to be held as a support. And if you pop up your volume point control is a little bit down, so it's light there. Volume, so we might probably break below that. So just watch today. I'm not trying to predict anything, but that's what I would do here. It was right here was where we took those MNQ shorts for 170 points. We killed it. But then you look at the chart, you're like, okay, we rejected once, twice, 3 times from here, 4 times, so this becomes a support, or becomes a resistance, which is starting to turn into kind of a short squeeze, because you have sellers all coming in here, and we actually see, that's the thing. Let's go to the other ES, see if it actually tested it. ES December. Yeah, see? So we have support, became resistance. We started a squeeze. Look, we came up, we broke above. We actually came back and tested it. So this level here is a key level, 40.28, which was kind of yesterday's highs. If you're playing futures and you're up at 2:30 a.m., that was a good buy. Just look. So 40.28 on ES of December. So that's gonna be the hard part. Charting ES. You just have that crazy gap. So we're starting we're just possibly we could just squeeze up unless sellers continue in. Let's just go through some other charts on the daily. And then finish up with ES and NQ. If you guys are here, if you guys can hit that like and subscribe button, definitely appreciate it. Boeing, I mean, this is really to me, a lot of garbage. See, here's, it just looks horrible. No, okay. Goldman Sachs, pretty much almost hit didn't hit. Big gap up. Not really looking at banks. Banks are just all over the place. Netflix, most things are going to be gapped up. It's going to be, I don't like gap ups. I like flat open because then you're just chasing. There's PayPal. See, this was a supply, but we never hit. We gapped over it. Now we're holding as support. So this would be I'd kind of move this to make it look like this. We have a support bounce. We came under resistance, another resistance, but we broke above support. That's a lot of consolidation. I'm not even gonna look at PayPal. Roblox, I like to show Roblox. This was a big miss. Very disappointed in myself on this one too. Here's support, resistance. We broke above, but then we failed. Just because I think the overall market. We finally broke above, retested it. We came down, and what do? We retested again and continued up. Kind of missed a 20% move on Roblox. And these other tickers like this is why I like to use key levels instead of supply and demand. But demand here, our earnings push up. We're at a very strong push up. You can tell from this earnings. Or after earnings sold off. We based. We had a huge push up. Like that, strong sell off, strong push up. So with that strong push up, once we hit back into it, what do? We pushed up again. 14%. Shop, snap. Snap's on all crazy modes. Snap, I'm kind of watching this area for rejection between 13.22 and 14.14, which would be your earnings sell-off candle from high to low. So we almost hit it there, actually. Square. Man, I'm getting tired. Square, I had a daily here, pretty close enough bounce. A lot of things hit there and bounced. Airbnb looks pretty decent on a firm. FedEx, this chart just, how many times are we going to bounce from this area? I played FedEx once and those premiums were horrible. DraftKings, I think I got my buddy in the DraftKings. Simple resistance. We're actually looking at DraftKings like on the 4th because we were all like, Premarket, I was like, wait for us to come down to here and then continue up like that on that day. And we never Oh, we never did, but now we are. So actually, DraftKings could have been a nice move. I feel like I missed a lot. But I don't mind it because I stick to my main ones. Riot, just this thing flying because Bitcoin. Um, let's go back to ES. ES, if we do catch a little dip, let's look at our. See, I'm gonna have to pop up the other ES. Kind of like a short term. I wonder why they do that. Yes. So there's our, we're watching 40.27 4 hour, 3 hour. That would be my demand right here. So if we do begin to sell off, there's fear and fall in the market. Members of our server receive crazy profits. Our pumps are always free. Join. No. So, if we do have a little sell off, 3 hour demand here. So we put a little higher. Yesterday's action, 45-minute yesterday's action looks crazy. Right? Yeah, that's yesterday. Oh, weird. I don't. It was 500. No, you can use the same. They pretty much match up. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they match up. NQ was I was thinking. NQ's in. This makes it confusing to trade. It's probably why they do it. They just want confusion. Yeah, I had this short here. No, in this one. Where I shorted it. 4 hour. So that's where we're actually hitting right now. We're struggling. You can tell we're catching a couple Catching some sell. We got this daily doji. Strong sell, base, strong sell. So we are catching a couple bids. That 4 hour right here. Basically where that flag was. Remember that flag, that the holiday on Monday, Tuesday, where we broke down. That's where we're catching a little, where the sellers came in. Sellers came in strong, pushing up, possibly sellers coming in strong again. But that's going to be it for me today, guys. Appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe. Definitely subscribe, guys. I need to get subscriber count up. I want to get to 1,000 so we can get monetized, start making some little bit of money. Have more people in here. We're getting chat pretty good. You know, where you guys could join and whatnot, and appreciate that like and subscribe. Definitely, I want to grow this. This is my passion right now. This pre-market. You know, I want to have a nice pre-market show. Just need to get it out there. Get out to your people. Tell people, hey, Excalibur does this. Pretty cool guy, man. He's old. He's 35. Has 2 kids. You know, he's about to kick the bucket. But let's watch his pre-market show. You know what I'm saying? But try to give you guys just nice setups. You know, I'm not gonna take every trade. That's the thing. So there's always time. You know, Brad's made money off. You know that AMD flag. Brad that showed. I didn't take that flag breakout, but Brad did. He made pretty good money. So you know, I'm just trying to give you guys, you know, my view on the market and whatnot. And just, you know, the one-on-one I had yesterday, he wanted to really like become an analyst. I was like, you know, you have to weigh your pros and cons as an analyst. Analyst does take up time, does have a little distraction. Are you able to make more money trading than becoming an analyst? Sometimes I feel that way. But I still like this. But appreciate you guys. Y'all be smart today. It's Friday, end of the week. Next week, I'll be here Monday. And then not sure the following days. I should be able to do this because I'm pretty sure my mom's going to sleep in anyways. So I'll still probably do pre-market, except for on Friday, I'll probably be at the beach. But definitely appreciate you guys.